Hi, do you know that hypertension is now rated one of the killer diseases worldwide? Well, if you have heard, even people between the ages of 20 to 40 are also diagnosed with hypertension. Do you know why? Let me tell you. First of all, excessive intake of salt causes hypertension. Some of us, we go to restaurants and bars, and after we are being served the food, then we ask for extra salt because the food doesn't taste well enough for us. Do you know that this salt that we have added now is even more concentrated than the one that was used for the soup? Secondly, sedentary lifestyle. Some of us, our lifestyle has become like a triangle, from work to church or party, and then to our homes. Triangle: work, church, home, or work, party, home. This is very, very bad and can cause hypertension. Some of us also, I don't know what you are looking for in this life. We work 9 to 5 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the morning, by 9 a.m., we are in cantonments. By noon, we are in Kaswa. By evening, we are on Afariwa Road. Then by the time we get home around 9 p.m., take our supper, we are already on bed. And even on the bed, it's not like we are going to sleep immediately. We spend the next 3 hours scrolling through social media before finally going to sleep. So at the end of the day, we end up having only about 5 hours of sleep. And you know, stress or lack of sleep also causes hypertension. Now let me tell you this. Some of the processed foods that we take, like the burgers, the shawarma, the french fries, and the like, they contain concentrated levels of salt. If you don't know, today I'm telling you. Because I realize some of us, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week, we are taking this food because it's easy to go to food. Easy to go. We don't want to spend so much time cooking. And this is to those of us who already have the history of hypertension in our families. We need to study the pattern and then know the do's and don'ts in order to prevent getting to the point of no return. You need to go for frequent and regular checkups, or if possible, have the BP machine at home to check it regularly to know your state, so that it doesn't get to the state where you can't do anything about it. And some also are on medications, but then because they feel that I'm too young to take BP medication, so they totally ignore that aspect. But then it shouldn't be so. You need to properly adhere to treatment and ensure that it doesn't go out of hand. Now, some of the long-term effects of hypertension include vision loss, heart failure or heart attack, stroke, and then kidney failure. So for this one, I don't have to go into details, but then I will advise that we should reduce salt intake and then lessen the frequent intake of processed foods. Okay? And then, as I mentioned earlier, if you already know that you have the history of hypertension in your family, take care, check regularly, and ensure that you take your medications appropriately. Reduce stress and then engage in regular exercises, at most 30 minutes a day. And I'm sure that this will go a long way to prevent or reduce hypertension. Thank you.